my first video I've ever
It's
done.
recording, so just go with it.
Alright, I'm gonna try to hold it over here with one hand. Everything looks green in the background.
No, that's
Like
because it's a
alien
shitty
lights.
video because there's no light, which is why you wanted to do it in the dark room.
Okay, anyway.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, Todd Schnick here.
This is a big test tonight. I mean, this is like a lot of firsts for this version of He Said, She Said.
All right. Okay, welcome to He Said.
She Said.
I am Todd Schnick.
And I'm Stephanie Lloyd.
Welcome to volume 18.
Or I think it's round 18.
Round 18, whatever, of He Said.
She Said.
This is, as you see, the first edition recorded on our iPads.
As well as in our own home.
Okay. I didn't realize you were going to go that deep.
Well, anyway.
Okay.
It might be evidenced by the photographs behind me.
What, by the photographs? By the dog hanging behind the television.
Hiding from the monsoon
Hiding.
that we are having.
Yes.
I've got you. Okay. So we just got home
Just got home from the
our
food studio.
second edition of the Food Studio.
What's the
our,
food studio?
Our local podcast featuring Atlanta chefs, restaurateurs, wines and spirits. And all of the people who make all those things happen.
Yes. And we had a really, I gotta tell you, I had a great time with tonight's guest. His name was, I don't remember his name.
Bobby Flournoy
Bobby Flournoy.
of B&L
Of
Distributors.
B&L Distributors. But
Stands for Bobby and Lisa.
yes, it does. But what we talked about more than anything else tonight was his new company, Mile Marker Wine Company.
Yeah. Yeah. And we tasted some amazing wines, which we are about to do,
Well,
so we
here
can
is
discuss
here are two
on
of the
the
wines.
air.
As you see, Mile Marker Wine Company. And there's a Pinot Noir that we tasted,
And a
Cabernet.
Cab.
We also had a Pinot Grigio, which we,
Which
I
was
think-
surprisingly, at least for me, surprisingly good, because I haven't had many of those that I liked.
Well,
like,
we drank it all, which is why we don't have it in this collection.
Right.
But
it was pretty awesome.
why don't you, Stephanie, pour? Why don't we start with the Cabernet, which is this
Which is
one?
this
here.
one? Okay.
Yeah, let's test it.
Where's the glass? I can't. I'm still learning the iPad
Yeah.
and the camera and all that.
This is.
This
again,
is totally
our first episode of He
with
Said, She Said
iPads.
on the
I've only
iPad,
had mine for like a week and a half since.
which is really exciting for
It
us.
is exciting. We have graduated from the pink Sony Cam
And
the flip
phone.
to
How are we going
iPads.
to do this with?
Oh, here, cheers.
Okay. So
So let's taste. So this is the Cab, the Mile Marker Cab.
right.
It's an Oregon wine.
It's from Oregon. Yeah.
Yes, and so, cheers, baby. Oh, and by the way, we spilled on the table runner. That's nice. We'll be taking that to the dry cleaner in the morning.
Oh yeah. This is going to the cleaner.
Okay, what do you think? What do you taste? Even though we're not supposed to mention flavor after our big class tonight on the air, I can tell you what I taste.
What are you tasting?
No, let's not talk about what we taste. Let's talk about what we learned tonight from the Zing class. Like acidity. What do you get from acidity?
The great thing about tonight's episode was learning about. Bobby teaches a class called Zing, which is helping you taste a wine and determining acidity and viscosity and acidity and
Sugar,
and
fruit,
sugars and fruits
And umami.
and that and the how you rank those and how you in essence score them determines
How you pair them up with food.
how you pair them up with food.
He helps you take those and then you match them up with the elements of food, and then that's how you kind of determine what to pair with what.
You look hot with this gigantic iPad in your right hand.
I'm trying to keep it to the sun.
Yeah.
This reminds me of round one when we were so awkward with our cameras and we held them in our faces and we couldn't see each other.
But I gotta tell you, I love cabs. A cab is
I know
my
you
favorite
do,
wine, and
yeah.
this is a really good cab. And
It's a delicious cab.
I'm so overwhelmed by all the things that we're learning with the food studio that I don't know what the hell I'm tasting
Right.
but it's just really it's just a good wine.
I wanted to taste the Pinot as well as part of this video, but if we do that, we have to
Well,
drink all of
we have
this
to
and we'll
drink
be
all
here
this and-
15 minutes later.
And
So
I'm game for it. So
I don't know that I can. By the way, we're having a massive storm outside.
Yes, there's a gigantic storm.
Yes, you
Hurry
hear
up
me.
and drink it. So.
You try it first and I'll catch up.
No.
Come on, I can't drink all this.
Well, then.
Here,
No, what?
Drink
the,
it.
What? This is gotta be a problem. I gotta tell you.
come on. This is already like a 17-minute video.
How
Drink.
cute you look. It's 5 minutes already.
Okay. For the sake of the video, we'll do tiny little pours from now on.
Yeah, that's probably a smart move.
Okay, now this Pinot is also amazing.
So this is the Pinot. But you see the labels here, the mile markers. These are mile markers on I-5 in Oregon and Washington State, which is roughly where on those highway systems where the grapes come from, which is the notion behind the mile marker, which I think is just really cool.
It's
and
brilliant.
they did win some design awards with these wine labels. So
Anyway,
all right, so
all right.
let's try this Pinot.
Smell. Now, see, now compared to the Cab, I really smell the cherry. Whereas, had I tasted this or smelled this first, I wouldn't have picked up on that.
Oh, when you compare it to the Cab,
Right? Don't you?
it's staggering the difference.
Yeah.
And now the big lesson
It's
I learned.
lighter. You can see the colors.
Oh yeah, you can.
It's
What
much
I
more
love
red.
about the Pinot is the big thing I've learned over the last couple of weeks doing the show Food Studio was how food friendly the Pinot
Right.
Noir is.
We did not know
I
that.
didn't know that. I mean, that divulges how ignorant I am on wines, but
Well, that's
But-
why we're doing this. We're
Yep.
learning.
you do look
It's
high
called the
with
Food
the iPad.
Studio for a reason.
Yep, yep. But
Right.
what do you think?
I'm in love with this one. I mean, we learned that right around the corner at the Decatur package store, we can get both of these, and I plan to go this weekend and buy them out. Especially the Cab. I mean, the Cab has just
this
bowled me
label,
over.
The mile
But the
marker.
Pinot too, especially for a summer wine.
The mile marker wine label was launched publicly in January this year, so it's very, very new.
This is what he's talking about.
Yep, and what we're not showing here, but had the pleasure of tasting earlier, was the Pinot Grigio,
Yeah, which was also,
which I thought was really, really
frankly, surprisingly.
good. So I'm seeing half your face.
I've
It's
never
still
been
very-
a Pinot Grigio girl,
still
but
very
after
pretty.
tonight, I am intrigued to try more.
But
We're now going on 8 minutes, so let's
So
wrap
for our
it.
audience, we wholeheartedly recommend the Mile Marker Wine Company.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, and by the way, in the Atlanta area, if you're interested in trying some of these at a restaurant, Ruth's Chris, their 4 local locations have become an exclusive sponsor
Yep.
or exclusive.
Yeah, that's
Offer
important
or
to say.
whatever you
So Ruth's Chris, the 4 locations in Atlanta.
And in fact, for the Cab for 2011, starting this fall, they plan to do it as an exclusive, so you won't even be able to get the 2011 Cab anywhere but at Ruth's Chris. Which means we got to go buy up all the 2010 this weekend.
I recommend that we do that.
Okay.
All right, well, that's episode 18.
I know.
of
We
He
need
Said,
to get a
She
little
Said.
more regular on this stuff,
Yes,
don't
we
we?
do. Yes,
I
we
guess
do.
the fact that we're doing a 9-minute video, we're trying to make up for the last 8 months.
It's not 9 minutes just yet, but anyway. And congrats on our first iPad edition.
Fist bump.
All right, Mile Marker Wine Company. He said,
Okay.
she said, volume 18.
All right, I'll see you next in the food studio.
We'll see you soon.
Okay.